Good, babe. 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock should be 9 o'clock, not 9:05, not 9:10, not 9:15, not 9:20. 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We're gonna tighten our game up. We're gonna stop playing with God. 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Sometimes as saints of God, as believers, we could become lackadaisy and we could get complacent and we could get into our little rut and no. 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. God said tighten your game. What you say, God? Tighten my game up? You told me tighten my game up. You said, Michael, 9 o'clock means 9 o'clock. You need to be on at 9 o'clock, not 9:10, not 9:15, not 9:20. I understand every now and again, but no, 9 o'clock. Okay, come on. Get y'all something to drink. You're gonna need to get you something to drink. I'm gonna go real slow this morning. Real slow. Got a phone call yesterday. The member said, Pastor Mike, don't let Mike get rid of the elementary. No, what she called it? What she called it, God? Kindergarten. She said, a lot of us still in kindergarten, so hold on to everybody not in 12th grade with this here. So slow it back down and okay, good. We good. That's where we at. So my people, because let me tell you something. What people fail to realize, you have a lot of young people watches the 9 o'clock. Everybody not saved, everybody not way up here, everybody don't have this big old understanding of the Bible, but everybody don't have this big old understanding of God. I'm a babe. I'm still a babe in Christ. I'm a babe in Christ. No matter what you hear me say, no matter how we learning to read this Bible, I'm still a babe in Christ. Now, watch this, people. Somebody asked me a question this morning. They said, Pastor Mike, if these people were the chosen people, why were they always complaining? Why were they so hard-headed? Why they didn't just listen, right? Okay, now, same thing today. Okay, watch this, people. Let me see. See how we're going to do this, God. Okay, according to the Bible, right? You have Old Testament, New Testament. Old Testament, New Testament, right? Okay, now, in the Old Testament, they wasn't always telling the people they were going to hell. Y'all going to hell. Y'all going to hell. Y'all going to hell. Y'all. But here come these New Testament preachers. Y'all going to hell. Y'all going to hell. Y'all going to hell. How the hell you know where somebody going? You might be going to hell. How you know? Now, watch this. See the difference? Now, go in the Old Testament, right? In the book of Exodus, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stop. Moses sang the song, right? Okay. In the book of Revelation, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stop. Moses sang the song, right? Okay, now. In the 12th chapter of Revelation, that's the greatest spiritual war that ever took place, right? Okay. We see Satan get kicked out of hell. Now we see Satan going after the seed. What? The seed of the woman. Okay, stop. Go in the 12th chapter of Exodus. Now, here it is. God is going to allow them to put the blood over the post, right? And here it is. God is going to kill all the what? Firstborn. Right, stop. Now, we're going to go through the 13th chapter. We're going to go through the 14th chapter. We're going to get in the 15th chapter of Exodus. People. God is redeeming his people, right? He redeeming his people. According to the Old Testament, when he brought them out of Egypt. Okay. Now, according to the New Testament, God is redeeming his people through what? The blood of the Son, Jesus, right? In Exodus, it's through the blood of the what? Lamb, right? Okay. In the New Testament, Jesus is the Lamb, right? Okay, now stop. People, watch this. Let's do it like this. Isaac and Rebecca had what? Twins, right? Let's use their twins. Jacob and Esau, right? Okay, now, watch this. God called Abraham and God told Abraham, I'm trying to, God, we're going to, okay, I'm good, okay. God calls Abraham, right? And Abraham is to let the people know about his God. God said, whoever bless you, I'm going to bless them. Whoever curse you, I'm going to curse them. Right? Okay. Now, in the New Testament, Jesus said, and you should receive and you should have power. To do what? To be a witness of him. To let the world know about him. Right? Okay. Now, God said, Abraham, come handle my business. Jesus tell them, y'all come handle my business. This is about God. Got it, Abraham. This is about Jesus. Got it, apostles. Where we get all this stuff we be talking about today? Man have made this about him. Now, watch this. When Jacob wrestled with God, right? God changed Jacob to Israel. Israel means what? You are a prince with God. God the king. Now Israel, you the prince. Children. Got it. Stop. Okay. Now, Jacob was on his way to meet who? Esau. Right? Esau. Okay. When we come through the Bible, about that 18th, 19th chapter? About the 19th chapter? Okay. We're going to run into the Amalekites. Where did the Amalekites come from? Esau. Right? Okay. Now, the children of Israel coming out of Egypt into the wilderness, they run into who? The Amalekites. Who are the Amalekites? They're kinfolks. They're cousins. Okay. So instead of the Amalekites helping them, which come from Esau, which is Jacob's twin brother, right? Instead of the Amalekites helping them, the Amalekites take advantage of them. This is how God curses the Amalekites. Why? Because God said, whoever bless you, I'm going to bless them. Whoever curse you, I'm going to curse them. We have made this stuff to be a whole lot, and it's not. Watch this. When the children of Israel come out of Egypt, now they're in the wilderness. How long did it take? How long did it take? Okay. If the children of Israel crossed over the Red Sea, right? Now, and we look at this big old Red Sea, because what we seen on TV, how in the world was they able to see all of these bodies wash up on the seashore, which were of Pharaoh's army? But yet, we had 3 kids in the river, and it took weeks and weeks. We still looking for one. But yet, as they come through the river, now we see these bodies come up. Say, bro, miss me with all that old phony and fake stuff y'all be doing in the church and be about this Bible. Show it to me. Because according to the 12th chapter, he said, and this should be the beginning of the year, the first month. And on the 10th day, we keep reading, it's going to tell us the second month, the 15th day. That's when they came across the Red Sea. Now, let's put all this stuff together. Can we do that? Can we break this Bible down? Stop telling me all them lies. Stop telling me anything. Can we break this stuff down? So now, when we read the Old Testament, just how God redeemed them. When we read the New Testament, this is how God is going to redeem them. Now, in the 15th chapter of Revelation, now we see them who've done what? Overcame the beast, overcame his image, overcame his mark, and overcame being numbered with the beast. Watch this. In the 14th chapter of Revelation, now we see the 144,000 in place. When we go to the 13th chapter of Revelation, in the 13th chapter, now we see the first beast giving power to the second beast, which is a false prophet. For we know that it's going to come through man. All that old lying, all that old jibby jab, and all that old faking, it's going to come through a man. Okay. We go in the 12th chapter. Boom. War take place. So 12, 13, 14, 15. Stop. Go back into Exodus. 12, 13, 14, 15. Stop. Moses sang the song. Exodus 4, 15. Revelation, Moses sang the song. Now watch this. You get mad with me. But say, bro, watch this. Stop letting people tell y'all anything. Gotta do is pick the Bible up. Watch this. I'm gonna show you something. According to Exodus. We're gonna do Revelation, but I'm according to Exodus. Watch this. In the 12th chapter of Exodus, right? I'll start with verse 1. Watch this. And the Lord spoke unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. This month should be unto you the beginning of months. It should be the first month of the year. In your blue folders, you have the observance, you have the months and years the way God did it in the Bible. Now watch this. Now, that was the first month. He said, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year. Speak unto all the congregation of Israel and say, in the 10th day of this month. Which month? The first month of what? The year. They shall take unto them every man a lamb according to the house of their father, a lamb for a house. When, God? The first month of the year. When y'all celebrate Easter, as y'all call it, I'll wait. According to the Bible, in the 15th chapter, watch this. After Moses finished singing the song, watch this. Verse 1, 16 and 1. And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came into the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim, Sinai, until the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. Hold up, God. Wait. The second month on the 15th day. So, when did they leave out of Egypt? The first month on the 15th day? Because I know on the 10th day, now we're dealing with the lamb. Okay. So let's just say, God, it was the 15th of the first month. So now we in on the 15th of the second month. So it's been a month since they've been out of Egypt. Now they're in the wilderness. Let's walk the Bible. Let's get a better understanding of the Bible. So in 30 days, from 12 all the way to 16, look how they're complaining. But in the 12th chapter, all the way to the 16th chapter, watch this, according to the Bible. Not what some Negro telling me, according to the Bible. Watch this. I'm coming, Moses. Watch this. In the 13th chapter, verse 7 says, unleavened bread should be eaten 7 days, and there should no leavened bread be seen with thee, neither should there be leaven seen with thee in all thy quarters. And thou shalt show thy sons in that day. And thou shalt show thy sons in that day. What day, God? Have that day came yet? It came, Mike, but when I said that, I was talking about a certain time. Keep reading. Okay, I got you, God, babe. Watch this. And thou shalt show thy sons in that day, saying, this is done because of that which the Lord did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt. And it shall be a sign upon thee, upon thy hand, and for memorial between thy eyes, that the Lord's law. Did they have the law yet? No. But yet God is putting everything in place. But yet the church going to tell you, God make a way out of no way. Show it to me in the Bible. Show me that foolish cliche in the Bible. And y'all, don't get mad. Show it to me. Well, Pastor Mike, God brought him through the Red Sea. So you mean to tell me, because God brought them through the Red Sea, you're going to let somebody lie to you and tell you God make a way out of no way? When God said, okay, I'm not going to take them through the way of the Philistines. Let's show them in the Bible, bro. Let's show them in the Bible. According to the Bible. Told y'all, stop letting these Negroes lie to y'all. According to the Bible. According to the Bible. According to the Bible. Watch this. Okay. This right here is the land flowing with milk and honey. The promised land, right? Okay. Right here is Gaza, right? This Gaza, right? Okay, Gaza still exists today. This Gaza. Right here is what? The land of the Philistines, right? Okay, now keep that in mind. We're gonna send this to them. Negroes ain't been teaching them nothing. But yeah, they make all that noise, all that little cliche foolishness. According to the Bible, stay focused where I showed you the promised land. Watch this. Watch this. Let them know. Okay, all right. Come here, Exodus. Come here, Exodus. Watch this. This is what you call teach me something. Okay. Now, this where the children are still in Egypt, right? Over here is where they're going to come out. They're going to come out over here. Over here is what? The land of the Philistines, right? This is the land of the Philistines. This is the great river right here. This is the great river. This is the land of Philistines. This is where they are, way up here. Now, over here, what I showed you in the other map, this is the promised land over here, right here. This is the promised land. Now, instead of God bringing them this way to deal with these Philistines, God knows if they go their way, they're going to have to fight these people. They don't know nothing about fighting. They've been in bondage for 430 years. They don't know nothing about fighting. So they're going to want to run back to Egypt because they're going to be scared, right? So instead of God bringing them this way, God brought them this way. Then God brought them that way. Then God brought them across the sea. Then God brought them there, right? Now, stop. Now, stop. So now you got Pharaoh chasing them. How long was Pharaoh chasing them? According to the Bible. Exodus 13, verse 8. And thou shalt show thy sons in that day, saying, this is done because of that which the Lord did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt. Verse 9. And it shall be a sign, unto thee upon thy hand, for a memorial between thy eyes, that the Lord's law be in thy mouth. That the Lord's law be in thy mouth. For with a strong hand has the Lord brought thee out of Egypt. Now, if you don't know nothing about how God had redeemed the children of Israel, you won't have no understanding of how Jesus is redeeming you. You know why? Because according to the Bible, if I come and Deuteronomy, we're not gonna do all the talk. We're just gonna read it to them. According to Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter, watch this. Come and Deuteronomy. According to Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter, verse 4 says, Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one, Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. What you say, God? And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in the house, and when thou walkest about the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou rest up. Watch this, verse 8. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, for they shall be as frontlets between thy eyes. This is what God is saying in the 13th chapter of Exodus. Now, watch this. You go all the way in the book of Matthew, right? You go all the way in the book of Matthew in the 23rd chapter, right? Now, right before we get into the 24th chapter, when Jesus telling them about what's going to happen in the time. Stop. In the 23rd chapter, now we see these Negroes then took what God said and switched the game. Now, according to what God told Moses, they ought to take this law, bind it on their hand, Take this thing, put it in there, strap it on their head. That's why they wear the bandana. That's why they wore this on their head, right? This is where a lot of this stuff come from. Okay, now, and every day they take this off their head and read what I just read to you. Every day they take it off their hand and read what I read to you. Do y'all do that? No, y'all ain't know nothing about that. Now, watch this. Go in the 23rd chapter of Matthew. Come here, Bible. Come here, Bible. Come here, Bible. Enough all little faking and being phony. In the 23rd chapter of Matthew, watch this. Starting at verse 1. Then Jesus spoke unto the multitude of the disciples, saying, the scribe, who was doing the talking in the 13th chapter of Exodus? Moses. So who's sitting in the seat? The scribes and the Pharisees. Pay very close attention. Watch this. Verse 2. Saying the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat, all therefore whatsoever they did, you observe. That observe and do, but do not you after their works. For they say and do not, who? The Pharisees and the scribes. Bringing it today's time. These good line pastors. Watch this. The 23rd chapter of Matthew. Verse 4. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and laid them on men's shoulders. But they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. But yet they're going to say, bro, you can't do this. Say, bro, you can't say that. Say, bro, okay, well, what you going to do? What you going to do to help me? You keep telling me what I can't do. What are you going to do to help me? What Negro miss me, according to the Bible? Verse 5, watch this. Matthew 23 and 5. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make border their what? Lastrous. What's that? And they enlarge the border of their garments. All God say, put it on your hand, put it on your forehead between your eyes. Every day, read it. Every day, read it. That it will become what? In your heart. So where y'all get all this other stuff from? Where y'all get it from? Watch this. According to the Bible. But them Negroes gonna tell you this. According to Matthew 23 and 23, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites, for you pay tithes. For you pay tithes of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matter of the law. You have churches that will use Matthew 23 and 23 to get you to pay some money. Talking about, well, it's in right there in Matthew, you got to pay your tithe. Negro, stop lying to me. Observe the whole chapter. The whole chapter of Matthew, Jesus say, watch them jokers. Pay attention to them jokers. Don't do nothing they doing. Don't do them works. Why? Because they cold phony. They cold running game. But y'all not observing. Y'all not watching. Y'all just following. So let's go back into the Exodus. Boom. Okay. God, you're bringing them out of what? Bondage. They've been in bondage for 430 years. God, you know if they go this way, they're going to run back because you already know them. So you're not making no way out of no way. You are leading them. You are guiding them. But you don't have a relationship with God. So you don't know God leading you. You don't know God guiding you. You're looking for a way out of no way. What the world? Where y'all get that foolishness from? Where you get it from? Because if you knew God, the Bible says, according to Psalms, the children of Israel knew what? The acts of God. But Moses knew the ways of God. Heard what I said? The children of Israel knew the acts of God. But Moses knew the ways of God. The children of Israel, seeing how God brought them through the Red Sea. The children of Israel seen how God fed them manna. The children of Israel seen how God made sure they had water. So they seen God work. Just like today. You done seen God work. But you're too busy trying to identify yourself with the world. And this is what God was keeping the children of Israel from doing when he brought them through the wilderness. Don't get caught up like those people, those Philistines. Don't get caught up like those Amalekites. Don't get caught up like those Moabites. Don't be like those people. But people of God want to be like everybody else instead of being like God. Why? Because Satan have made his way in the church. Instead of God teachings going forward, same thing happened. They done broadened this thing. They done made it all about them. They done broadened this thing. So now all they tell you, you going to hell, you going to hell. How in hell I'm going to hell if Jesus came and went down in hell and took the victory out of the grave and the sting out of death? So now where's the hell is hell? So if you around here telling people they going to hell, you don't believe in what Jesus did. What's wrong with y'all? Right here in the Bible. Where you want to go? Want to go to Joel and read what happened on that Saturday? Where you want to go? In 1 Corinthians 15th chapter and read it? Say, bro, the whole entire book goes together. But they want to jibby jab and make a bunch of noise. Watch this, people. I'm going to show you all how easily you all can get messed up and fall in a man. Watch this. Come here, Bible. Come here, Bible. Come here, Bible. I'm a teacher and mess you up at the same time. Watch this. Come here, Bible. According to the Bible. Where we going, God? Nah, I don't go there. What we doing? What you doing? Huh? Okay. Got it. 37. Where we at? Watch this. According to the Bible, in the 37th chapter of Genesis, watch how you could get messed up. I'm going to read it. I'm going to start with verse 26. And Judah said unto his brother, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Come, let us sell him to the Ishmaelites. Stay focused. Let us sell him to who? Let us sell him. Who? Joseph. Let us sell Joseph to who? The Ishmaelites. Where the Ishmaelites come from? That was Abraham's first son, Ishmael. Then he have Isaac. Watch this, people. Let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hands be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren listen to him. Verse 28, watch this. And there passed by Midianite merchants. Who? Judah said, let's sell Joseph to who? The Ishmaelites. The Bible says, then passed by who? The Midianites. So we got Judah talking about selling Joseph to the Ishmaelites, and now here come the Midianite merchants, right? Okay, watch this. And then there passed by the Midianite merchants, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit. Who drew and lifted Joseph out of the pit? Judah or the Midianites? Who drew him up? According to the Bible. Watch this. I'll read it again. Then there passed by Midianite merchants, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites. Hold up, whoa. And y'all know y'all don't do this. That's why they play y'all in church. Wait, stop, wait. Let's work this thing now. Judah, you said, let us sell him, which is Joseph, right? Down in the hole, right? Okay. To the Ishmaelites, which is your kinfolks, right? Okay, now, Here come your other kinfolks, the Midianite merchants, right? Okay. The Bible say, then they pick him up out of the pit and sell him to the Ishmaelites. Who are you Midianites? Where y'all come from? So, did the Midianites sell them to the Ishmaelites? Or did Judah sell them to the Ishmaelites? Verse 28. Then there passed by Midianite merchants, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver, and they brought Joseph into Egypt. Now, if you don't read, you don't study, you won't pick it up. They didn't know the Ishmaelites as merchants, but the Midianites were merchants. So when you're reading that verse, they're really talking to the Ishmaelites about Ishmaelites, but they're using the terminology merchants because of the Midianites. So now they didn't sell him into Egypt, but he's going to wind up in Egypt. But God had already told Abraham that his children will be in bondage for 400 and something years. So now we see that it happens, right? Stop. This is why I tell you all, stop letting people give you one verse, because the story continues on. So now we get in the 12th chapter of Exodus, and we see now what God had told Abraham was going to happen. We see now that it happened. Stop. How did it happen? Because the children was being disobedient. Because the children were being jealous, envy, having strife towards their brother that told them about what would happen. Same thing today. Paul said, now I'm the enemy because I tell y'all the truth. But you won't talk Bible. You won't talk noise. So now the children of Israel are in bondage because of what the brothers did. Who? You Israelites. Same thing today. Because if the brothers never did what they did, Joseph wouldn't have never been in Egypt. The children of Israel wouldn't have never been in bondage. But God had already seen what was going to happen 200 and something years before it even happened. So where y'all get that foolishness from again? God will make a way out of no way. It's going to be God's way regardless. It's going to be God's way regardless. This is why you have to get to know God, man. You got to get to know God for yourself. All that old, where you get all that old spooky stuff from? Ooh, say, bro, Jesus was the coldest gangster in the Bible. Jesus was the coldest gangster in the Bible. But here y'all come with all this old spooky stuff, and this go, man, say, bro, I ain't seen nothing fall out the sky yet, hit somebody on the head. Nothing. But because of all that old raggedy stuff they teach y'all in the pulpit, because of all that old raggedy stuff they teach y'all really don't know nothing about God. So now, God have to redeem his people because of what they did. God is redeeming us because of what we have done. So now here come Moses, here come the law. And all the law is to show you your sin and show you that. To show you your sin and to show you that. For as Paul would say, the wages of sin is death. And we go all the way back in the beginning when Cain killed Abel. God said, look, brother, get your mind right, man. What you doing? Say, bro, if you don't get your, why you always mad, bro? Why you always angry, bro? Cain, if you don't get your mind right, sin waiting for you at the door. Sin is waiting for you at the door. Paul said, the wages of sin is death. Moses giving them the law, showing them their sins is going to lead to nothing but death. We go all the way back in the 15th chapter. They were always murmuring. They were always complaining. They were always going against God. It's just that simple. But y'all rather run around the church. Y'all rather pour oil everywhere. Y'all rather holler. Y'all rather cut a fool. And all God trying to do is redeem us. So when we go in the 10th chapter, Jesus have a foot on the sea, and then Jesus have a foot on the earth. Revelation, baby. And then the 7 thunders spoke. And John is getting ready to write what the 7 thunders then gave off. But Jesus said, no, don't write that in. No, don't write that. Don't write that down. Take this book. Take this book. Now eat the book. Now go proclaim to the people what's going to happen in the ending of time. And it came from the 7 thunders. So now in the 15th chapter of Revelation, God says, these are the people who have what? Overcome what? What did they overcome? The beast, the image of the beast, the mark of the beast, and being numbered with the beast. Why? Because when we get in the 16th chapter of Revelation, now we see what the 7 thunders had then said. Now we get an understanding what the 7 thunders had then gave off. Why? Because now here comes the judgment of God. Because in the 15th chapter of Revelation, that's a wrap. No more salvation. No more prayers being answered. That's a wrap. Because in the 16th chapter, now the judgment of God has shown up. And there passed by Midianite merchants, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver, and they brought Joseph into Egypt. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes. And he returned to his brothers and said, the child is not, and whether I shall go. And they took Joseph's coat and killed a kid of the goat, and dipped the coat in blood, and brought the coat to their daddy, and said some animal did something to Joseph. Who did that? Judah. Who did that? The brothers. Who did that? Israelites. So now, Exodus. Now, we are exiting out of all of that jibby jab. Exodus. Now, we are exiting out of all the hatred and out of all the business. Why? Because now God got us. Now God gonna deal with us. Now God is working with us. Why? Because blood have been shed. Go back to Adam and Eve. Blood was shed. How you think Adam and Eve got clothing? God killed the animal, took the blood of the animal for what Adam and Eve did. Now here come the children of Israel. God kills the animal. What animal now? A lamb. Put the blood where? Over the doorpost. Why? So when the death angel come, he gonna pass over. Bag it up. Now we got a man by the name of Enoch. Enoch, what you for? But they want to tell me, oh, you read the book of Enoch? But Enoch had one job. One job. Enoch understood his assignment. Enoch, what was your assignment? Mike, my assignment was to conquer death. How you conquer death? Mike, he took me out. I walked with God, I talked with God, then he took me out. Why he did that? Cause Mike, he had to show this fool that he can conquer death because Cain hadn't killed Abel, Mike. Now death is in the land. So now he got to show this fool that he can conquer death. So he took me out. According to the book of Jude. Come here, Jude. Right before Revelation. I'll start at verse 13. It ain't but one chapter. In the book of Jude, verse 13. Raging waves of the sea foaming out of their own shame. Wandering stars to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. Verse 14. In Enoch also the servant from in Enoch the seventh from Adam. Prophesied of these sayings, behold, the Lord cometh with his 10,000 of his saints. Enoch, how you knew that way back when, man? Mike, say, bro, I've been putting them on game. So you've been, since way back when, telling us that dude coming back with saints. That's his second coming. Yeah, Mike. Say, bro, why y'all get all this old elementary stuff y'all doing in these churches? All this old jibby jabbing. That's why the people don't know God, bro. That's why y'all running so much game, bro. Y'all don't even know God. I ain't finished. Watch this. In Enoch also the seventh from Adam prophesied these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 saints to execute judgment. Enoch, they told me Jesus come back to get me. Mike, what I said in the Bible? So you mean tell me Jesus ain't coming back to get me, Enoch? Mike, what I said in the Bible? I told you what he coming for. He coming to execute judgment. What you think the 19th chapter of Revelation is about? What you think the Battle of Armageddon is about? Say, yeah, but you know what, Enoch? You're right, bro. My bad, bro. I'm sorry, Enoch. Verse 15, Jude 15 says, to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and all their hard speeches, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts. Who complain more than a pastor who don't see money in the basket on a Sunday? Who beg more than a pastor who don't see money in the basket on a Sunday? What you complaining about, pastor? Man, ain't nobody. Say, bro, what I said in the Bible that they were supposed to give you anything. Paul said, give as you are able to give. Paul ain't never said they had to get 10% or nothing. Nothing. So now you getting mad with these people and something you already lying about. Really, bro? Really? But yeah, you won't lay there and tell them about hell. And then you won't tell them about Jesus. What the hell is you doing? Something ain't right. And then you won't tell them that they're going to be cursed with a curse. The Amalekites were the cousins of the Israelites. But when they come out of Egypt, instead of the Amalekites helping the Israelites, they took advantage of them because they were weak. They took advantage of them. So when they took advantage of them, God cursed them. Just like he gonna do a lot of y'all for taking advantage of his people. Bible, baby. Bible. Speak, Lord. I ain't finished. Verse 16. These are the murmurers, the complainers, walking after their own lusts, and their mouth speaking great swelling words, having men's person in admiration because of advantage. Oh my God. Come here, Exodus. According to the song that Moses sung, watch this. We ain't got to go forward. Right there. Watch this. So go. We ain't made it to the 16th chapter. You let me know that it was a month later, 30 days later after they came out of Egypt, right? 30 days, right? Now watch this. Moses sang a song. And in the song, he puts who? Miriam. Watch this. Who was Miriam? His sister. Watch this. Exodus 15, 18. The Lord shall reign forever and ever. For the horses of Pharaoh went in with his chariots and with his horsemen into the sea. And the Lord brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. Verse 20. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a tambourine in her hand. And all the women went out after her with tambourine with dances. Wait. What you said, Pastor? A woman shouldn't what? A woman shouldn't pastor. A woman shouldn't be teaching. Say, Moses, this your song, right? You writing all this, right? Okay. You dealing with the greatest redemption that ever took place in the Old Testament, right? Okay. Moses, you use Miriam, right? And you saying Miriam was a prophetess, right? And I mean, we within them 30 days, right? Because they just come out of Egypt. How she get to be a prophetess that fast? Or was she already a prophetess when it was in Egypt? But you know what? Miriam is the same one that got you out of the Nile when your mother had threw you in the Nile. A woman shouldn't teach. A woman shouldn't preach. Thank God for Miriam. Thank God for Miriam. I'll wait. Shall they tell y'all anything? And y'all listen to that. Okay, well, explain Miriam. Because she was a prophetess. And they just come out of Egypt. Ain't even been no month yet. I will wait. She'll tell y'all anything. And God be showing them they be lying on him. They be cold lying. I ain't finished. And Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a tambourine in her hand. And all the women went out with her after the tambourine with a dance. And Miriam answered them, sing ye to the Lord, for he have triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider have he thrown into the sea. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went into the wilderness of Shur. And you want me to listen to them jokers? And you want me to teach y'all to listen to them with them lies? Show me in this Bible I'm going to hell, first of all. Show me in this Bible where God ever told the children of Israel, y'all gonna go to hell if y'all don't act right. Y'all gonna go to hell if y'all don't do right. Y'all been so phony in these churches for years. Well, you know, Pastor Mike, God make a way out of no way. Show me that in the Bible. Ain't no such thing. It's either going. You need to learn that it's either going to be God's way or it's going to be no way. Ain't no one, God make a way out of no way. It's either God's way or no way. What you said, Isaiah? His ways are not our ways, right? And his thoughts are not our thoughts, right? For they are much higher, right? Just like the rain come down and it waters the earth and she bring forth her bud. That's what it, okay, I thought so. Out of no way. It's going to be God's way or no way. He ain't about to make a way out of no way. Because God already knew. God already knows. Why? Because Paul say, for those whom he have predestinated. God have already equipped us with everything we need. Because we have him. You thirsty, Mike? Yeah, babe. Here you go. Where that come from? God knew you needed something to drink. Here you go. You hungry, Mike? Yeah. Say, brother, go get something to eat. I got you. God know you needed something to eat. Why y'all get this other cliche foolishness from? God will make a way out of no way. Okay, show it to me in the Bible. Please. Please. Because according to the Bible, God said, I can't take them that way. That's the way of the Philistines. I'm going to take them this way. It's going to be long, but they're going to be all right. But God, this way close. I know it is, yeah, Mike, bro, but they ain't ready like that yet, bro. I got to put them through some more tests. Yeah, there's a lot I got to, Mike, I just brought them out of bondage. But God, I just joined church Sunday. And here come you good line church folks. The Bible says you do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Okay. Paul said it was 14 years ago. It was 14 years ago. So, Paul, how long did it take? Mike, it took me 14 years to get to that point where I was able to say that. But if you walk in the church today, well, you know the Bible says you can do. Really, bro? I ain't there yet. I'm not there yet. It took Paul 14 years. So why are you trying to make me be somewhere that it took Paul 14 years to get to where he was able to write what he said? You ain't got no faith. Faith come by hearing and hearing by the word of God. I don't have no faith. I'm still listening. Oh, but you saved, huh? Okay. Well, if you saved, why you still reading the Bible? If you saved, why you still going to church? You saved, right? So what you doing? You trying to keep being saved? If you saved, why you keep reading the Bible? If you saved, why you keep running the church? You already saved. Y'all so phony, boy. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. So you got to keep being saved? What, make it make sense. Because Paul, you saved, right? Whomsoever, right? Shall be saved, right? And then Paul, you say, how can they believe in whom they do not know? How can they know whom they have not heard? How can they hear except they have a preacher? How can he preach except he be sent? Told y'all they've been lying to y'all in these churches. So y'all running church on the Sunday. They went through all that hell in Egypt. Now you run the church on the Sunday. But if you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart, you're going to be saved. How am I confess something I don't know? How am I confess that? This is why he say, write it, put it on your hand, write it, tie it on your head, so you can read it. So you can read it. Do this every day. Better yet, do it all day. Well, Pastor Mike, I'm sick. What should I read? Go right there. Go right there in that 6th chapter of Deuteronomy. Go right there in that 6th chapter. He's going to tell you what to read. That's why a lot of church folks don't have love in their heart. Because they don't know what love is. But ask them about judgment. They'll tell you what judgment is. Ask them about ridicule. They know how to ridicule you. Ask them how to belittle somebody. They know how to do that. But ask church folks about love. They don't know how to display love. They'll tell you a lie in a minute. That's why when you be hurting and you go, well, you can't talk to pastor, you got to talk to the deacon. Well, I don't want to talk to none of y'all. How about that? I don't want to talk to none of y'all. God, can you help me today? God, if you told me what to do. You said put it on my hand. You said read this every day, right? You said read this. So I'm gonna do this every day, God. I'm gonna do this because you said this would be your commandment, right? And I'm gonna do this. Ha, ha. So phone it. If I'm lying, Bible, baby, Bible. What should I read? Go right there in the 6th chapter of Deuteronomy. He's gonna show it to you. Say tie it on your hand. Read it every day. Put it on the thing, tie it on your head. Boom. Read it every day. So what they did, they would kill an animal, right? And use an animal, a clean animal, and take the skin of the clean animal and write with it and put it in there and put it on their head and tie it up. That's why you see a lot of them with the thing on their head. Bible, baby. Bible, 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 Bible. What? But let me put a bandana on my head. He got it on his head. Okay. Well, God said, put that on your head, on your forehead, between your eyes, your forehead and your eyes, and take it off every day and read it. Read it. That way I know you won't forget it. And read it. That way I know you won't forget it. It's on your hand. Read it. Because you gotta use your hand. You're gonna use your head in your hand. So you Bible, baby, Bible, 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 Bible. Why, God? Because I saved them, Mike. I saved them out of bondage. Why, God? Because I saved you, Mike. That's why you read. That's why you study. That's why you have service. Because I saved you. Oh, I thought I thought I'd be reading to stay saved. No, Mike. Because I redeemed you, Mike. This is why you do what you did. Well, this is why I do what I do. Because you redeemed me? Yeah. But God, they told me I got to do this and do that. Mike, don't listen to that foolishness. Tell them, show it to you. Show it to me. You believe that foolishness pastor be telling you? Show it to me. Or you want me to be a copy of your copy, of his copy? No, I'm going to the original. I'm gonna make me a copy of the original. I'm going to what God said. I told you, if it's in the old, it's in the new. By the time you get to the new, they done took this thing and blew it up. So now, the old, the new, and today's time, these Negroes is totally out of control. But Paul said, in the last days, they will be truce breakers. They be truce breakers. What's a truce breaker? Out of control. Bible, baby. Thing easy, God. Oh, you make this thing so easy. I love reading it. Oh, you make it so easy. You tell me a month later, you got this woman handling her business of properties. Yeah. And some years later, I mean, about 40 years or so later, go. Wait, go. You mean tell me these people was in there for 40 years, right? 40 years, okay. But in 40 days, look what took place within them 30 days. From them coming out of Egypt, now they're in the wilderness, look what's happening. And the saga begins. This is why in the 15th chapter of Revelation, the scripture says, these are them that overcame. Just that simple. Then it made the Bible whole. For what? Bible, baby.